It's October, November 21, paper 21.
Hmm.
Okay. Incomplete records. Read the question. Before reading the question, we will always see what do we have to find out.
Yeah.
So what do we have to find out?
Total revenue,
Total
and we have to make
revenue. In incomplete records, how do you find the revenue? Which account do you make?
SLCA.
You make
SLCA.
SLCA. SLCA, that is the trade receivable account. Since it is
Yeah.
just for 2 marks, you can make it a little bit in rough.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the total revenue would come on which side?
Total revenue would come on the this side, debit side.
Credit sales would come
Credit side would come
on the
debit side.
debit side. And I would have a balance begin down. I would have a balance close down of trade receivables, and I will find out
Okay.
credit sales, and we will see what other information we have, correct?
Yeah.
And they want us to prepare cash account.
Hmm.
So when we are reading the question, we will think from these two point of view. First, are you with me?
Yeah.
What is the first date? This is the beginning of the year, 1st July 2020, and 30th
Yeah.
2021 is the end of the year.
Yeah.
Now read the question.
Okay. So Eleni who owns a business selling computers. She does not maintain full accounting records. The following information is available: equipment at valuation, inventory, trade receivables, provision
Right,
for
stop.
doubtful debt.
Stop.
Yeah.
You have equipment at valuation, you have inventory.
Hmm.
Okay. Below that, there is income statement also. So understand, in the income statement, you will have to show some depreciation or things like that. But
Yeah.
first, we're only thinking from the point of view of trade receivables and cash account. Okay.
Yep. Hmm.
Inventory is there. Now I have trade receivables.
Yeah.
I have the opening balance and closing balance of the trade receivables.
Hmm.
Can I put it?
Yeah.
So my opening balance of
7,200
7,200 and closing balance is
and
5,650.
5,650.
Then I have provisions. I have rent prepaid. I have trade payables. I have other payables. I have bank account. Do I need bank account when I want cash account?
No.
No. Okay. Do I need cash account?
Yeah.
So cash account has a balance begin down on which side?
Of 150 on debit side.
So I am just marking what is done and I'm just putting whatever I am getting.
Hmm.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Then I have bank loan. Okay. Will it come in cash account?
No.
No, it will not come. Okay. Now read ahead.
There is a summary of receipts and payments made through the bank for the
It is
year
made
ended
through bank. Okay. Just be careful. This is made through.
bank. So this won't come in the cash account.
Okay. But I have something. Now what is
Yeah,
this?
cash withdrawn and receipts from
Receipts.
credit customers. This will come on the this side, credit side of trade receivables
Because you've
as
received
bank.
it from your customers. Bank. How much?
Yeah. 58,960.
58,960. Okay. You also have cash sales.
And you bank them. So they're going out of your cash account. So it'll come on the credit side. And you'll write bank 3980.
No. This is cash sales and this is put in the bank.
Yeah.
So it is in the bank. It is
So you,
directly going into the bank.
oh, okay.
Okay. Now over here, if you read the question, what have they asked us to calculate?
Total revenue.
So total revenue is always made up of credit sales plus cash sales.
Yeah.
And I have cash sales of 3980
Yeah.
and credit sales I will find out from here.
Yeah.
Okay, just keep that in mind.
Hmm.
Then what you have? Sale of equipment.
That is income statement.
Okay. Then payments. Payment is made to suppliers,
So it won't come here.
purchase equipments.
Won't come
You have
here.
other expenses of general expenses.
Yeah.
You have rent. You have bank charges. And this is cash withdrawn.
Bank loan repayment will not be a other expense.
Sorry? No, no,
Bank
the
loan repayment.
liability is being paid off.
Okay.
Cash
So
withdrawn.
cash withdrawn will come on the credit side of the cash account.
Yeah, because money is going out.
Yeah.
So I will write drawings.
How do we know it's drawings?
Cash withdrawn from the business.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now there is additional information. Read this.
What?
Of the cash withdrawn from bank,
Hmm.
Eleni has also taken 450 per month for drawings.
Hmm.
So she has taken, other than this that she has withdrawn from the bank, she has taken
450.
more drawings of how much?
450 per month,
So 450 into 12.
which will be 5,400.
So she has taken extra drawings of 5,400,
Hmm.
and she's also paid wages of 7,620 for the year.
Okay, so this will be wages on the credit side.
How much?
7,620.
7,620. Then read the other part. The
The
remaining
remaining
cash,
cash from the cash till was used to pay for general expenses.
that means your cash still is your cash account. So the remaining cash that was there in that cash box, okay, that means the balance that was there in the cash box, it is used to pay other expenses. And I want to know what is that other general expenses. So understand, when you make your income statement, this wages will also go in other expenses, and this general expenses will also go in other expenses. And they are telling us that cash account do not have any closing balance. Whatever was the closing balance, it is used to pay the general expenses.
It means, isn't it not possible for a cash account to have a credit balance, and over here the credit side is heavier than the debit side?
Where is the credit side heavier than the debit side?
Yeah, the drawings, then all
Yeah,
of that 150 is lesser,
that,
no?
that means there is something that should come over here.
Hmm.
Okay. So there is this cash withdrawn of 14,080.
Hmm.
This is withdrawn from the bank.
Yeah.
So it is going out from the bank.
Hmm.
That means its cash is coming in.
Oh, cash withdrawn. Okay, yeah. Got it.
This is not over here 14,080.
Hmm.
That means this was a contra entry. So this has come from the bank 14,080.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I can close the cash account.
Yeah. The balancing figure will be general expenses, no?
Yeah, 14,230
Yeah,
and
14.
14,230. 14,230 less 5,400 less 7,620.
1210.
10. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I can also find my credit sales. There is no other information.
Hmm.
So what is the credit side total of my trade receivable account?
58960 plus 5650. 64610.
From that you will deduct 7,200.
57410.
So your total revenue is how much?
57410 plus 3980.
So it is how much?
61390.
Okay. So can I say my income statement starts with revenue?
Yeah, so 61390 will be revenue.
Okay. So revenue less what?
Cost of sales.
So I'm just putting the format. I've not yet read anything. Okay.
Hmm.
Cost of sales is made up of
In opening inventory,
hmm.
purchases, and closing inventory, minusing the closing inventory,
Then what will you get?
the gross profit.
Then
When you add the other incomes and you minus the other expenses.
so I'm just leaving some space.
Hmm.
Add other income less other expenses. Okay.
Yeah.
And I am copying this down so that it becomes easier for us. Come on. Let's read the adjustment. What is the adjustment over here related to? First
You'll
adjustment.
have to, Eleni wishes to write off an irrecoverable debt of $50 at 30th June 2021. She wishes to maintain the provision for doubtful debts at the same percentage as the previous year.
Okay, fine.
Equipment bearing
Let's talk
sold at
one by one.
okay.
One by. So she wishes to write off the bad debts, right?
Yeah.
So bad debts written off, irrecoverable debt. It is another expense.
Yeah.
So should I write it?
Hmm.
So irrecoverable debts is another expense of how much? 50. So this is done. Yes.
Yeah.
And PDD is the same percentage of previous year.
Hmm.
That means I have to find the percentage of PDD for the previous year.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what is the percentage of PDD? This is provision was 360 over trade receivables into 100. What is the percentage?
What Miss, what did you do? I didn't understand.
Provisions to find out the percentage of PDD.
Huh.
360 is how much percent of 7,200?
Okay, wait. It's 5%.
Is 5%. That means the old provisions was how much percent?
5%.
5%. And that was how much? 360.
Yeah.
Provision is always created as a percentage of
Trade receivables minus
net trade
new.
receivables.
Yeah.
What is my current trade receivables?
Trade receivables is 5650.
5650. From that, I will minus my bad debts, 50.
Yeah.
So my net trade receivables will become how much?
5600.
So my new provisions will become how much?
5600 into 5%, which is 280.
280. Now, I have old provisions of how much?
360.
New provisions for how much?
280.
Old minus new. The answer is positive.
Yeah.
That means it is
80.
what?
Other
Other income.
income.
So this is decrease in provisions, right?
So which percentage you found by doing 360 upon 7200 into 100, na?
Yes. Provision divided by trade receivables into 100.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have decrease in provisions. Old minus new.
Yeah.
360 minus 280. What is the decrease?
80.
80. What you can do is you can show it in brackets in the pencil, and then you can then in the working note place you can write working note 1 or working note number 2. If you see, the question has the place for working note.
Hmm.
So I am writing working note 1. Okay.
Yeah.
With this, I finish this adjustment totally off. My trade receivables and provisions are completed totally. Yes.
Yeah.
Now the next adjustment, read.
Equipment sold during the year had valuation of $140.
Okay. So you have sold an equipment during the year which had valuation of how much?
One.
$140. Okay. How much you sold the equipment for? 180?
Where is one? Sale of equipment 180.
Hmm. And you have sold the equipment for 180.
Yeah.
Valuation was how much?
140.
That means what?
That 40 loss.
Okay. An equipment of 180 was 140 was sold for 180.
So 40 gain. So
40
income.
is again income. So profit on disposal of equipment. Yes.
Yeah.
40. Now, because a non-current asset is there,
Hmm. There will
that
be
means
depreciation also
depreciation. And how do you calculate depreciation if value is given?
by doing the scrap value method.
Opening
Oh yeah. Opening
purchases
plus purchases minus closing
minus
minus
sold.
sold.
Okay, so what is the opening valuation of equipment?
Wait.
It's here.
Where is it?
here,
Acha, okay.
3460.
Yeah.
Have you purchased any equipment?
Mm,
Have you purchased any equipment?
yeah, purchase of equipment 610.
Closing value of equipment
3250.
minus sold
Uh, 140 or 180.
140. 140.
We'll take the
Value,
valuation.
valuation, only the valuation.
Okay.
So equipment is also over then.
Hmm.
So what is the depreciation on equipment?
And or 680.
680. So whatever is done, I'm striking it off, okay?
Hmm.
Sale of equipment is done. Purchase of
Yeah.
equipment is done. Now opening inventory and closing inventory. So this will also be done.
Yeah.
How much is opening inventory?
Opening inventory is 2210.
2210.
And you'll have to find purchases, I think.
Closing
Mm.
inventory. Go
Closing
step by
inventory is
step.
1940.
1940. Okay. Step by
Yeah.
step.
Hmm.
Equipment is done. Inventory is done. Trade
Yeah.
receivables is done. Provisions is done. Now rent
Yeah.
is prepaid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prepaid of the current year is what?
Repaid of the current year is minus and of the next year is added.
Okay. So will I do rent?
And
I can put it
6860.
in another working note, but I'm showing the working over here.
Hmm.
How much is rent?
6860
Hmm.
uh, minus 1080 plus 500.
So what is the amount? 6280.
6280.
Okay. Other receivable rent prepaid is already adjusted, right?
Yeah.
Anything in cash for rent was there? No.
No.
Cash account there was no rent. Okay, fine. Now trade payables. I don't have purchases, but I know I can find out purchases by using trade payables.
Yeah.
So we can use our CPO.
Okay.
Closing plus payments minus opening.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this would be our working note number 3. So what is closing trade payables?
2120.
Payment to trade payables
39750.
minus opening trade payables.
1440.
Okay. So what will be my purchases?
40430.
40430. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So this is also done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now wages. Outstanding of the current year is.
Outstanding of the current year is added and of the previous year is subtracted.
Now where is wages? You can see it is in cash account over here.
Yeah.
That means you paid wages by cash.
Hmm.
This I can make my working note number 4. Okay.
Wages.
What is the amount of wages? 7620
And of the previous year,
plus 110 of the current year is accrued added and previous year 190 is subtracted.
hmm,
So 7620 plus 110 minus 190. 7540. If you see, I am striking off the things that I am clearing off.
yeah,
So that means I know that I have incorporated everything.
yeah,
Bank I don't need in the income statement. Cash in
hmm,
hand I don't need bank loan. Right?
yeah,
So this entire thing is done.
hmm.
Now let's go to the receipts and payment account. Check. Okay.
Receipts from credit customers is done. Cash sales bank is done. Sales of equipment is done. Payment to credit suppliers is done. Purchase of equipment is done. General expense is
Not done.
not done.
General expenses.
Yes. But we have general expenses in the bank account, cash account also.
Yes. So there are two general expenses. So
Hmm.
working note number 5. So it is 940 plus
Plus
110.
hmm.
So this is 2150.
Hmm.
Done. So
Yeah.
wages and general expenses both is done of the cash account.
Rent is also done.
Rent is also done. Bank loan repayment, it is a capital
Loan
payment.
done. Yeah.
Bank charges.
50 will come.
Anything related to bank charges is there?
Nope.
Anything else that is related to bank charges?
Not there.
Bank loan. Summary. Bank loan repayment. Bank loan repayment is, can you see over here one thing?
Yeah.
Bank loan at the beginning of the year is 1350.
Where is that written?
Yeah.
1350.
But I have repaid how much?
1390.
1390. That
So
means have I paid interest on bank loan?
oh yeah.
Of how much?
40 interest on bank loan.
Okay. So this keep in mind. Now
Hmm.
bank charges was how much? 50? And
Bank loan is
interest on
1350
bank
and so 1390 minus 1350.
40. Now how would you
What?
remember? Whenever there is any loan repayment,
Hmm.
whenever there is any loan repayment, check the opening and closing balances
Yeah.
and check for interest on loan.
Hmm.
If after checking you don't find any difference, then you can avoid it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else left?
Hmm.
This is
No, I
done.
don't.
This is done. Cash sale, sale of equipment done, payment, purchase, bank charges, cash withdrawn, everything done.
Yeah.
Then what will I do? I will again go and check. When you're doing a sum of incomplete record, always go and check once the accounts as well.
Hmm.
Okay? In the account, come on. For equipment, we put the depreciation, correct?
Yeah.
Opening and closing inventory done, credit revenue is done, rent is done, wages is done, bank was done, bank loan, interest is done. I think all is done. Check in the account also. Anything left?
No, I don't think
Charges
anything
and
is.
wages and other expenses, everything is done. Always
Yeah.
strike off. Additional information is incorporated. That means the sum is complete. Now I just need to do the total. What is my cost of sales?
Your cost of sales total is 40,700.
What is my gross profit?
Uh, Gross profit is 2690.
690. What is my other income?
Other income is 120.
What is the total amount? Now I don't have space. If you don't
Yeah.
have space, don't do much. Here I can do it. If you don't have space, just add and put the minus thing. It's fine. What is the total of expenses?
Total of expenses is one sec. 16790.
50, sorry,
One six.
16,790.
Yeah.
So 2690 plus 120 minus 16,790. How much?
4020.
Profit for the year is how much? 4020.
4020.
Done. And they're not happy. They're giving more mess.
Already the
Okay.
sum is.
So they want us to find the capital and liability section. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I will go
Look at this one
to
only in the
the point
paper.
of view of capital and liabilities.
Miss, how many marks was the previous income statement for?
12 marks.
Okay.
So now they want us to make the capital and liability section. So what will I do is I will again take the question.
Yeah.
Okay. I will
Hmm.
again take the question and check. What will come in capital? Come on. Will inventory be a part of capital?
No.
No. Okay. Can you see any capital roughly over here?
Oh, wait, huh? No, miss, nothing regarding
Nothing
capital.
can you see. That means you have to find the capital also.
Mm.
So capital at the start is all assets minus all liabilities.
Yeah.
That means all the debit minus the credit. So inventory equipment plus inventory plus trade receivable minus the provision. Prepaid rent is an asset, right?
Yeah.
So it has a debit balance.
Hmm.
Trade payables has a credit balance, so minus. Other payables also has a credit balance, so minus. Bank overdraft is credit, so minus. Cash in hand is positive, so add. Bank loan is liability, so minus. Or alternatively, you can say all the debits minus all the credit. Provisions have credit balance. Prepaid
Hmm.
rent, debit. Trade payables is a liability, credit. Other payables, liability, credit.
Hmm.
Bank, it is an
Miss, I
overdraft,
got
credit. Debit, credit.
nine,
Yeah, tell me.
9320 after adding and subtracting everything.
After adding and subtracting everything, you're getting opening capital as 9320.
9320.
So you start with your capital at start. What is your capital at the start?
9320.
Add what? Profit for the year.
Yeah.
What is the profit for the year?
One sec. The profit for the year is 4020.
020. Minus what?
The
Drawing.
drawings, is there any?
Let's check if there is any drawings. I saw in the cash account we had drawings.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
5,400.
Yeah.
So this will be your capital at the end.
You'll add and subtract all of the stuff from the last date, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so equipment will be added
No,
3250.
no, no. This na capital at start plus profit minus drawings will give you
अच्छा
capital
हाँ
at end.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now you want the liabilities on the closing date. So trade payables is your one liability.
Just now we're
210.
doing liability section, no?
Other payables is again your other liability. How much? 110. And you have bank overdraft. Bank overdraft is 1420. So your total liabilities is your liabilities is how much? The total of this 33650.
Well, where is bank overdraft written?
Yeah. Bank has a credit balance.
अच्छा, okay.
If it has a credit balance, that means it is an overdraft.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your total capital and liabilities is how much?
So total liabilities is 3650. So you'll add 7940
7940.
11590.
11590. Okay. State the factors that you should consider when making a provision for doubtful debts. Two factors that you consider while making a provision for doubtful debts.
The trade receivables, the percentage, and the bad debts.
You are making a provision for doubtful debt. That means about
The bad debts.
your estimation about your trade receivables
Okay.
And you will create a provision only if you have good amount of profits. If you don't have profits, you will not create any provisions, you will not keep aside profits.
Hmm.
So the other factor that you can consider while making a provision for doubtful debts is profits available
Hmm.
and your credit sales. So three factors that you consider while making a provision for doubtful debts is your estimation about your trade receivable, how good your trade receivables are, the profits
Hmm.
available to make to create provisions, and the amount of credit sales that you have.
Hmm.
Okay, next question, next part. Eleni is concerned that she is not earning enough profits. So she is thinking to increase the prices by 5%. Suggest
Hmm.
whether she should increase the price or no.
So if she does, she will have more profit.
Okay, if she does, she will have more profit.
It won't affect her.
If she
What would?
increases her selling price, 5 marks. If she increases her selling price, she'll have more profits.
Yeah.
Okay, and she can give a perception that her quality is increasing.
Yeah.
Give a
So more
perception that
sales.
quality is increasing. But if she increases the prices, then it may affect the demand.
Hmm.
She may lose the
Demand will
customer.
fall.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she can increase the price, but she should advertise it properly and use techniques to show that the increase in price is due to increase in quality or other benefits.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Factors that you consider while making provisions, you can also write past experience.